What's cracking with it, DGens? We got Kyle and Cole here from Speed Bets once again, breaking down the Thursday night game. I got the Green Bay Packers going against the Detroit Lions.
We have the Lions, 3-point favorites at home against the Packers, divisional game. The Lions obviously took the first game this season. You hear this in our breakdowns for the weekly games. These divisional games tend to end up split. Last year we saw it. The Lions beat the Packers the first time. Then on Thanksgiving, the Packers came and stuffed them like some fucking turkeys. And I think they have the potential to do that again. Something I'm going to point out, it is Toyotathon right now. Now, a lot of you might not know what that means, but that means Jordan Love is playing good football. Jordan Love has thrown one pick total in Toyotathon after throwing a pick every single week for the entire season up until the start of Toyotathon. I don't think he's going to do that again. That's a big part of the Packers' problem. The picks are a problem, and Jordan Love seems to have figured that out. Whether Toyotathon has something to do with that or not, I don't really care. It's this time in the season when he starts to figure it out and put it together. So I think the Packers have a real good chance here. Last game, Josh Jacobs rushed for almost 100 yards against the Lions. Could he do that again? Probably. I mean, the Lions, they are not giving up a lot of rushing yards because teams are always having to pass against them. These divisional games, the running backs in the divisional games are able to get rushing yards because the Lions' rush defense isn't that great. Teams just aren't rushing against them. So for that reason, I think we have to go with the Packers +3 here. Whether we get that push or not, I like the +3. I'm going to sprinkle a little on the money line, and then we do have some props for you as well if you want to say anything about the game.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Packers can go into Detroit and get it done. Like we said, these division games tend to split, and historically, Packers have had the Lions number. Now, the Lions have never had a team as good as this one, but I still think that the Packers, they can get it done. They know each other very well. Both teams know each other. Um, and I think the Packers just they have the talent to make some noise against this tough team. And we kind of saw the Vikings earlier in the year. They were playing the Lions. That was a close ass game. Came down to a last second game winning field goal by the Lions, and one more bounce of the ball, Vikings could have had that game. I think the Packers are kind of similar in that if they just get a little bit of luck, they could end up with a win here. But I definitely like that +3. I would be taking that, and I will also be sprinkling on the money line.
Couple props we got for you guys here. We in the Thanksgiving video you might have seen we gave out a Travis Kelsey over longest reception. I'm kind of liking those props. I think you just look for a guy who's able to get some yak, maybe a guy who's the deep threat, and give me Christian Watson over 22.5 for the longest reception. I like this spot a lot. I think that Christian Watson last season he got like a 50-yarder in the second game when they beat him. He's been getting involved a lot more in the offense. His targets have gone up ever since he kind of figured out his hamstring injury. There was something he was saying where one of his hamstrings was longer than the other, so that was causing his constant injuries with that. He seems to have figured that out. He might have a little bit of CTE, he gets a lot of drops, but his targets have been there, probably like 3 to 5 targets every single week. If he can get at least 3 receptions, I think he's guaranteed to hit this line. I mean, half of his routes are just deep routes, and I think he can burn these secondaries. The Packers are blessed in terms of like they don't really have a definitive wide receiver one. I think we kind of look at Jaden Reed, but when Romeo Doubs is in there, Doubs is getting more yards, more targets than Jaden Reed. So it's really hard to say. I don't know who the guy like Brian Branch, I don't know who he's going to be on. It's hard to match these corners up with the receivers, but I think Christian Watson has the potential to burn someone, and he's going to get over 22.5 for a longest reception. That's probably his average route run.
Yeah, another prop I was looking at that I like a lot. David Montgomery over 14 and a half receiving yards. He's hit it uh, every game in the last 5 here and almost every game this season. So he's been getting targets in the passing game. I haven't been using Jahmyr Gibbs as much in the passing game. He's been honestly getting a lot more runs recently. I think that David Montgomery can easily get this. And the Packers are not good against running backs in the passing game for whatever reason. I just don't know. I don't know if they just don't have someone to cover them, or if they're more willing to allow the kind of the short underneath stuff rather than the big play. So either way, I think David Montgomery can hit this line pretty easily.
Then another one I'm looking at here, we have Jaden Reed for a touchdown. Now, obviously, he hasn't played too many games without Romeo Doubs for his targets to be going up, but last week against Miami, we saw he got 2 touchdowns. Amazing to see he is getting those red zone targets. If we want to look down at the Packers' red zone targets, Number one, for some reason, is still Tucker Craft. I love Tucker Craft for a touchdown. I bet it pretty much every single week. It's always the play action over the top. Tucker Craft's out on the side. I think a stab for him at first touchdown at plus 1,000 is never a bad idea. But Jayden Reed is second, getting 15.7% of the target share in the red zone. I don't really know how this happened, but Dontavian Wicks is somehow up there. I think that was just early season games. So I think if they're going to pass it within the red zone, it's going to Jayden Reed. He also has that big yard potential. He has that end around potential. A lot of things working in his favor to get in the end zone here. And it is plus 160 right now. I think that's a really good price for the wide receiver one at the moment. And yeah, I like that a lot. But like I said, I'm going to be sprinkling Tucker Craft for the first touchdown. It's something you have to do. If he's always 10 to 1, I think he's gotten first touchdown at least 2 times in both seasons he's played on the Packers. So it's profitable statistically to bet him first touchdown at 10 to 1 every single week. All
What?
right, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like. Tell us if our picks are shit or whatever. We're going to cash this slip. We're going to keep making these people some money. Join the Discord. It's 100% free to be in there. You want to get in on the action, get all the plays, join the VIP. Super cheap, super affordable. You have anything else to say?
Yeah, join the VIP or you are a pussy.
Couldn't have said it better myself, man. See you guys in the Discord. Peace out.
See you.